I'm losing it. I've got cabin fever. No, I don't. Although I have been stuck inside. Well, I could have left, but I didn't want to. Because it's currently low 20s outside, and it snowed all day. And, oh, press Alt-Z though. I didn't realize that came up for you guys, but it did. Now you know I have NVIDIA. Oh no! Yeah, it snowed literally all day, and I've lived in the Southeast my whole life. I don't think I've maybe when I was a kid, I didn't really know, but I haven't had a day where it has snowed here, like, all day, and I was aware of the fact that it was snowing all day, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of weird. So there's a crap ton of snow outside right now. That's what winter storms do, I guess. I hope my work has a delayed start on Monday, but we'll see. I guess it depends how much of it melts tomorrow, which I don't expect a lot unless the sun really pulls out some stops. So I'm here today, kinda late. I wanted to show up way earlier, and then I ended up being late because of who I am as a person. But then I was late because Steam wouldn't open, so I had to reset my whole thing, and that took literally... I think I realized around 7:30 that it wasn't ready. So it took me, like, my PC, I don't know why, it takes like 30 minutes to fully boot up and, like, get ready and get happy to do things. I guess because I've turned it off and on too much. And I thought about leaving it on, but then Windows will do auto updates, and I am so scared that one time it's gonna be updating and then my power is gonna go out. My power is a lot better here than it was in my old place, but it's still like, you never know. It'll randomly go out. So I'm always scared to be updating it while that happens. And if I start the update and it happens, that's on me. But, like, if Windows does it, fuck that. Maybe I need to see if I can stop the auto update thing. And then I could leave it on and then choose when to update it. Anyway, not that anyone cares. I have tea today, and I have some wine. Greetings and salutations. Hello, Kiyotaka. I think you showed up last time. I think we met right after you perished. How are you? I'm back. Wow, resurrection. That's crazy. I'm just yapping to give a little bit of time for people to show up. But I feel like I did 5 million things this week, which I guess I did. I finished chapter V of version 3. I haven't seen anything from that one yet. I haven't seen anything from 3 yet. I've seen 1 and 2. I think I have 3, I just haven't played it. I wanted to kind of stream that one, because 1 and 2 came out when I was like a child. Well, not a child, but... Well, actually the first one, yeah. Child. So, I always thought of streaming that one and I just haven't done it. I also haven't seen Despair Girls. I do have that one. But from what I've seen, it's very different gameplay, so I wonder how that one is. But I think... Do I have that one? Now I have to check. Now I have to see. My computer's not wanting to play nice with me. Everything's going slow, everything's... I do have Despair Girls, and I have version 3. Slay. I just haven't played it yet. We'll get there one day. So, I guess some more mini yapping because I want to yap about it. This week, I went and saw Iron Lung. I really liked it. And I know everyone's like, Vel, shut the fuck up. We know you're a Markiplier fan. Just shut up. but it's, if you're and this is a weird comparison to make, I think. I doubt other people are making this comparison, but I was explaining it to my friend who I know likes the Saw movies. Without spoilers, I was explaining it to her. And I was like, if you like the pacing of Saw, it can be compared to that in a way. And I don't know, I really liked it. I also gave blood for the first time this week, which was horrifying, but also I feel like a good person, so that evens out, I'm sure. And apparently there's health benefits to donating. Yeah, I was so anxious the entire time. I also stole their juice. Apparently juice is really good to have when you have their snacks. So I had juice. And yeah, I'm glad I did it, but still horrifying. I haven't had anxiety that bad in a long time. So proud of myself though. Yummy blood, yeah. And I was so nervous that I would be able, this is gonna be gross, so if you're sensitive to IRL blood things, mute for a second. Probably like 15 seconds actually. But I was so nervous that I would be able to feel the blood being pulled out of my veins, that I couldn't look at it at all. I don't do well with needles anyway, but like IVs and things like that, ugh! I don't do well with like knowing that something is either being actively pumped into me or taken out. No. I can deal with it fine. Having things being pulled out of you or the wording? I also hated, I usually like to stare at it. No, I can't. I even, while my blood was being drawn, like I was already doing it, there was a person next to me where their IV was just put in. Not their IV, but you know what I mean. Their thing was just put in. And the blood started being pulled out, and I was like, oh, and I couldn't watch it. I can't even watch other people. Like, when it's not happening to me, I think I could watch it, but the fact it was happening to me, and I was so scared about fainting, because I've also never fainted before. I was just like, oh, I couldn't look at anything. I chugged a shit ton of water to try and keep myself calm, but it worked, and I did it, and I donated. And I assume they're gonna tell me if my blood gets used or not, but I don't know. I need to put in my reward numbers so I can get rewards. But I'll probably do it again. Very rewarding experience, for sure. Kind of feels like you're being fed to an organism. Ugh! No! I don't want to be fed to an organism. No! Ew! Like, I am happy to give blood, but don't feed me to an organism unless I'm dead. Once I'm dead, it doesn't matter, but while I'm alive, don't feed me to an organism. No. So, for people who have not joined us before, we're not on chapter 4. That was from 2022 and we're pretending I didn't do it. Where are we? We are... Where are we? Chapter 3. Is it this one? It should tell me, like, investigation, right? No. It's probably that one. Even though it's not labeled. I always wonder if we can still feel whatever happens to our body when we die. Well, I doubt it. Because once you're dead, your nerves aren't firing, and your nerves are the only reason you can feel things in the first place. So if your nerves don't have the power to fire, then you're not gonna feel anything. I assume it's this one, even though it's not labeled. Yeah, this is correct. So we just had, so this person's dead and that person's dead, and we're all standing here. And so we have to investigate who murdered these people. If this is your first time seeing this game, this is confusing. But don't worry. There are hammers of all different sizes that hang on the wall. Mallets. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Oh, that's weird. I was more thinking the fact that they were missing, but the fact that... Okay, what can I look at in here? I probably have to investigate the bodies too. Taka, he'll never move. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? Maybe. There's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Well, also, if they aren't strong enough to move him without a tarp... This is my first time seeing this game, and this is confusing. So basically, we're a bunch of high school students, and we're all super good at something, except for me. I am just lucky. And we're trapped in this school, and the only way out is to kill your classmates and not get caught. And you can kill a maximum of 2 people, which we were reminded of with these 2 people that are dead. And the rest of us have to find out who it was. And if we don't successfully find out who it was, we all die, except the killer, the main killer. There can be accomplices, but if they didn't do the actual killing and come up with the plot to kill people, then they're not the killer. Which is weird, because accomplices could do equal, and I was asking last time, if one person killed one and they both came up with the plot together, who would win? But that's not, I guess that's too specific. So we have to figure out who killed these people or else we die. Fumi's big cold body's laying on the floor. He said when he was dying that it was someone specific, Yasuhiro, who we haven't seen since all this started. So people think it's him at this point. His really big body. How on earth was the killer? That's offensive, but also yes, I was asking this last time. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here the repository, all the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd, and all without anyone noticing. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later, for now I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head, probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Oh wait, something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? I'm starting to remember this because I have played this before, so I'm starting to remember what this is, but I will try not to spoil anything. I would like to see you play Paper Mario the Origami King. If you put it in the suggestion form, then I can look into it. Otherwise I won't remember if it's not in the form. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? Yasuhiro, I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi, and the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? If he's that dumb, if we're gonna call him dumb, how is he gonna pull off something like this? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no. There are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay? Byakuya is kind of an asshole. I love him, but also he's an asshole.
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends! Oh, what's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. So Byakuya he wants the investigations to be interesting over everything else, so he's kind of an asshole. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Yes, apparently so. It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues. It's not too hard to use. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Oh wow, Naegi is so observant, I didn't know that. Look at the wheel, there's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? I know! There's blood on it! That's the explanation? There are many aspects to the incident this time, too many to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then.
Would you like my help? Yeah, okay. Sakura will refresh for us. Yeah, let's look back on things. I'm not gonna do voices really for the investigation, because this is gonna take probably a bit if I do that, and then the actual trial, they do their own lines, so I'm not worrying about it this time. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. I still don't trust Celeste's accounting, because she said she begged for her life and that's why she was spared, but that means the person was standing over her for an hour, because how can they spare you but then hit you with the hammer anyway? In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then, I think we found Taka. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Oh, right. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. When we got back to the nurse's office, Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened. But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time, because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office because Toko was knocked out, yeah, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's bodies disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating? Yeah, because Taka's body was moved. So from there we began our search for both. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies and we all headed to the repository, and there we rediscovered the two bodies. And the body discovery announcement played again. And that brings us up to now. Looking back, things have certainly been very active. Thanks, Sakura! What a legend. Oh, my keyboard's delayed for some reason. What? Okay, it's fine now. I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Oh, what is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, look around. Me too, but when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Yeah, because that happened to me too, because this was the first place I went. Through the door that Hina said was locked. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking, and the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that someone... Okay, I've done it. Yay! The game is on Nintendo Switch. So I don't know if it's a possibility. It is! I have a capture card. There's gotta be a clue. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. The nurse's office, an equipment room. Yeah. Where is the equipment room? Boobs! We have to leave! Okay. How do I get the map? The equipment room, yeah, the equipment room is on this floor, so I'll go there. Whoopsies. Oh, hi, Toko. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. That's fair, yeah. Oh, there's tarps. This tarp, I feel like I've seen it somewhere and just recently. Yeah, that's the tarp that they used. That's the same tarp. Not the exact same. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly. Yeah, there was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Yeah. Truth bullets, but even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Yeah, that's weird. Is there anything else to look at? No. Okay. I'll go to the nurse's office then. Abstract art. I don't think boobs are abstract. Boobs are traditional art. Greco-Roman. Unless you mean the other art. There might have been other art. I wasn't looking. I've already looked. I've seen enough. Rec room. Oopsies. And the nurse's office is on the first floor. How do I get... Oh, there's more stairs. Okay. Nurse. Right here. Right here. Celeste. What are you investigating? I'm not investigating anything! Precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her, but she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. That's not what you said earlier. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is, I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Makoto's not as dumb as Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched! There's a bunch of blood packets for blood transfusions, I guess. It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. That is good to know, though. Where else should I go? It's just a normal trash can. There's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth, and it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. It's the Pudgy Princess! Traditionally abstract. It's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth, and it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood, but who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. It's Hifumi's. That's his pretty pudgy princess cloth. Where else do I need to go? Am I done? I assume not, because it's not telling me I'm done. Tagami! So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression. Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Yasuhiro's message. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? Yeah, how do I get to the rooms? Ah, this way. Hiro. Oh, there. Okay. I was like, which one is Hiro? I couldn't figure out. Why? My keyboard. My keyboard. My keyboard. Oh no. My keyboard. Help! Help! Did that fix it? No? Well, I mean, that popped up. Did that help? Yes, it did! The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. That's what he said. I'm gonna listen to him. He's an asshole, but he's smart. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. What do you mean weird? It's his prayer things. Where do you even get it all from? His camera's glitching! Jeez, you can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? His camera's glitching! What does it mean? Surveillance camera, there's no point worrying about it right now, I need to just forget him. It's glitching though. I think there's something in the cardboard box. Blueprints for something. Something's made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. Zealously check the bathroom. There's nothing in here, it's pretty grungy though. Wow. This glitching camera is scaring me. It's a normal bed. There was something over here. Oh no, it was the door. Okay, I guess that's everything in here. Keyboard took a little break. I guess so. Makoto, big news, big news. What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. This investigation's weirder than the other ones. I just want to look around. I want to get my evidence. Stop interrupting me. Oh my god, look at them. Look at them all. Kyoko and... Phew, man, I have had the worst day. Hiro? Hiro? Yeah, duh, who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something. That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace. There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. Never mind. More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? Probably not. First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened, then I woke up and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid frickin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. Took a few minutes. What? Did we not just say that? But eventually we got all the pieces off. Free at last! Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro? More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec. Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. How does Celeste know? How does Celeste know that? Biafio wouldn't have told her. He's an asshole. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too. Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him? Good idea, we wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys, I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hiro running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit. I think they mean beat. Hina started putting on the Robo-Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead! Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this. See, I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. Well, what the heck?
Just like...
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Robo-Justice costume. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. What am I supposed to do? If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I've figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people? Why are you freaking out? You did it! I did not! Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed, that's it. I know who did it. You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right? Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate? Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. I know. That note. Note. Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Well, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me! I still don't buy it. Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket. Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please. You gotta believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly! As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck, for serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said. Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke and that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, or Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Of course, Queen! I want you to help me with the investigation. Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway.
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Can I teleport? Which one's my PDA? Not my PDA, my, Which one's my, X? That's right. Kyoko, I love you. I wish you would tell me things, though. I love you, Kyoko. Kyoko, tell me your secrets. Kyoko. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
so then.
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew
The
it.
Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then.
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey you, how long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words.
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m., meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Ah. Kyoko's so cool. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because.
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Oh my gosh. Kyoko! Don't say that! Kyoko! As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object. A piece of paper.
Hey.
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. It doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then.
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants?
Why is that?
It was just his pants. Not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important or I'll never forgive you. A note? Oh, that's the one that, Yasuhiro said he saw.
So.
That sounds very familiar. That's it. That's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth,
However.
although it's not exactly the same. Someone slipped a weird note under my door. 1 a.m. is when they wanted to meet, and they wanted to meet Taka at 6 a.m. But this note's 6 a.m.
Is that
Hold on,
right?
just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
So.
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's something... Yeah, because that was just in Taka's hand. Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then-
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi had.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them, so the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place, so you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks.
is that
If
right?
you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point where a handbook may play a role. A handbook, I don't think I understand, but if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Yeah, so last time Chihiro was missing his handbook, I think. Her handbook. Okay, we have all the evidence, is what that means. So we're gonna do the investigation where I don't have to read.
Excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
But I do have to think a lot, which sucks.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Indeed.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Kyoko probably already knows. Kyoko is so... I love Kyoko. Kyoko... XOXO. For reals. For reals. I don't know why it's not giving me text for some of those, but it's fine. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there... Oh!
Monokuma appears!
Hello, hello, hello. He's multiplied. Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy,
You're not playing along. We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine. Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I have to do it! I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it, for everyone who's still alive and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... in this room! Yes! Naegi is so... predictable. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly, began to walk toward the elevator once everyone was aboard. This shot's always cool because the numbers are getting smaller and smaller, so it's less full. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Yep. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. What if we were doing this in real life and during the trial someone needed to go to the bathroom? Can we do a potty break? The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Well, it's the same fate as always. Well, when I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never held out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. I love how they say seats, but we're standing. And so the curtain opened once again, a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly glass trial. He says that every time. Yes, I'd like to save again. There we go. Okay. I don't remember how to play this part, but that's fine. So we have 17 bits of evidence. We have the Monokuma file, which, didn't say that much this time. There was a tarp under Taka's body. There was a dolly with a bloodstain on it that we can connect to the bloodstain in the equipment room. There's his glasses that got cleaned off. There's hammers. One was recently washed, and they were probably used to make the justice hammers. The door connecting the art room, that's the lock on the inside. That's the tire track. That's Hifumi's glasses cloth. It has to be because of the anime character. Celeste, they went to the bathroom and the body was gone. That's the note that we met in the dining hall the night before. Blueprints for Robo Justice in Hero's room. Robo Justice costume. There was a note. Taka's wristwatch. That's the scrap of paper connected to the note. And that's the note, but different. The handbook was not part of it. Okay. Set skills. I don't remember. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Okay. Increases damage to the opponent. Vocabulary. Increase bullet capacity. Reload 2 bullets at once. That's cool. Okay. I don't remember how to play this. I'm sure it's basically just the mouse and maybe the keyboard a little bit. Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Does it sound okay? Because this is gonna be them reading the rest of the time. Thank God. So I don't have to read all of this. Because I think it's a kind of long trial. I expect to go for like 2 more hours, probably.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Oh, Leon's picture is so sad. And Chihiro, they're relative to their height. That's kind of depressing.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else we have to make that clear? I don't think so. Okay, so this is where I have the truth bullets and I have to decide, yeah, I have to decide which thing is the weak argument. Okay. And I can scroll through these?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough. But you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Wait, what am I... Okay, compelling evidence that Hiro's the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room.
In Hero's room, yes.
The blueprints, the suit parts.
The blueprints.
they're all proof enough.
Oh, wait. Ah, I missed. Okay. I think it's the blueprints, though, because Makoto noticed that the writing was not the same as the note that he made
Hold on a second.
to get everyone to the dining room.
Everything we found in your room.
It is in his room.
The blueprints, the suit parts. they're all
Oh,
proof enough.
is that not it? Meaningless word. Oh. Shoot! Contradiction. Okay, what is it then?
Everything we found
Robo
in your
Justice, Yasuhiro's message.
The blueprints, the suit.
That's what it is, okay. I have to think a bit more about which piece is actually the contradictory.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Why are you talking about Alter Ego in front of Monokuma? Monokuma doesn't even know who Alter Ego is. We're supposed to keep him secret. I know he's missing, but like, we still shouldn't talk about Alter Ego in front of the person we're trying to hide Alter Ego from.
The handwriting's obviously different. Wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
But that doesn't make sense if it's in his room.
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
Yes, Queen. Hang on, I'm putting on lip balm. That's exactly what I'm saying, Queen.
He's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
Of course you do, Byakuya. After me, though.
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me, yeah.
So, who was
Well,
in the
it
Robo
was
Justice
Hero. The suspicious individual in the question. It was Hero. It had to be Hero.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
And yet,
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
he didn't make the
It makes
blueprints.
Perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
Byakuya coming in clutch.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
Why?
All things have a proper order.
Why is my game doing that so much? Hang on. Let me try closing something. I don't need Steam open, right? Okay, let's try that.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Why do I have to tell everyone? They must have been... the dolly. Yeah.
I got it.
There's still one more thing, and the tart.
I got it.
I got it!
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tar. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Mm-hmm.
But when the body disappeared, so did the doll. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the doll.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I am sure.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
How do you know that?
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
But how do you... A dolly can be used for fucking anything you want to use it for. What do you mean?
That it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Why do I have to respond?
Nobody expects much from you anyway.
What the
You
fuck?
have accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
What the fuck? Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change your mind. What the fuck? If I can just explain to them why the dolly, a new element. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing tab. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo. Ooh! Basically just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right and left mouse buttons. Automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Thank you for clocking in! Forgot to clock in. No worries. I don't know if it did the animation. I'm so sorry. I reloaded it and then had to reset and then I didn't reload it again. Hang on. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Luckily, I did it just in time. Just before I do this bullet, before you start not getting paid, yeah. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload. Well then, good luck. Well, I'm not on gentle. I think I'm on hard. Moment of truth.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Celeste? I'm literally just telling you how it is. Oopsies. Sorry, I should have let her speak, but I didn't because she pissed me off so bad.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
Yeah.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident. As they wheeled
Vel
the
getting
body
angry
out of the
at
room.
Celeste. Yeah, Celeste is an ass. I've never seen this before. Celeste has never been an ass to me like this.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yeah. Yeah. Geez, does Celeste really hate me that much? Now, yeah.
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Almost as
Let's
if
get back
there's
to
a
the main
reason.
subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Well, also, Hina said you can't even bend at the waist in the suit, so it couldn't be Hiro because he couldn't bend down to do anything with the bodies in the suit, and he couldn't get out on his own.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Thank you, Byakuya. If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean? I know! Hina's account of the suit. The costume. It's the costume, guys. It's the costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yep.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah. Wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yeah.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah. Wait, can I look at what this actually says? Costume. No one but Yasuhiro could have fit. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Correct.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem.
Oopsies.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body
I was
off to the
too
repository.
slow.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realized anything.
Bend over. The dolly was used to move Taka's body, but would the person inside the suit have been able? No.
As you know, Taka
How do I
was
speed
killed
up?
in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the
I don't know how to, I don't remember how to
then
speed up.
loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a
I don't remember how to speed up. I don't remember how to skip these people. No, that's wrong! So Ace Attorney of him.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Yup.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Nope.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Blind as a bat, can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere. Telling you it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even
Celeste!
see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
How would you bend down to get Taka onto the thing?
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity
Yeah.
to wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
We had to help him out. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. We don't have a choice.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of
No.
course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't move the dolly?
Yeah.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged
But
away
who's
by
strong
Robo
enough
Justice?
to drag
If whoever
Hifumi?
was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you
Who's strong enough to lift? Where is he? 342 pounds in this group. Like maybe Mondo could have done it, but the rest of us are piddly wimps except for Sakura, and she has an alibi.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Celeste, you're pushing this really hard. How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Unless he's lying.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it before we rush to a verdict. Shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Oh, my watch thinks I'm doing something? What does it think I'm doing? What did it just have me do? I guess I'm fidgeting too much.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Slay.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
Kyoko wouldn't even tell me in
suppose
private.
let's start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Celeste saw the shadow at the top of the second floor
When
stairs.
Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And
Uh-huh.
soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hall.
and then,
And then... Ah! What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi in the nurse's office.
at that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, We ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body's disappeared, yeah.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Uh-huh. This can't be happening. We're hallucinating.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Well, no shit, love.
Well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation, and from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them. Okay, so what are we looking at? Broken wristwatch, the file, and the message! Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before he moved.
Oh, that'll be the
Or
wristwatch.
perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, we don't.
Taka came last.
No, we don't know.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious.
Wait, so let me look at these. What am I looking at? The file, cause for each was a blow to the head. Okay, I know that. We're looking at the message. Note that Yasuhiro. No. So it has to be the wristwatch. I just don't know which one we're looking at. Must have broken the following morning. Order. Something about that is bothering me.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before he moved, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oops. Shoot! I'm not quite catching this one. So it's the wristwatch. It's the wristwatch. Oops.
I wonder if he died before he moved.
What am I hitting?
It was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, it's Q to cycle. So Yasuhiro, the wristwatch, and the file.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I don't understand what my E is doing. Order the Justice Hammers. Wait, let me... Okay, so...
Regarding Taka's
What are the 2 points I can argue here? It's the numbering on the hammers.
We already know what order they were
What
killed in.
order?
Taka came last.
It's the order and the numbering on the hammers. So... It's...
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I think it's either the message or the file. Let me look at these. Not the message. The wristwatch or the file. Thought they were killed with a similar weapon. And the wristwatch. It might be the file on that second point she's making.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
How do I speed up? Oh, there we go.
Obvious Taka came after.
So it's obvious Taka came after!
So, regarding, I wonder if what perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No. Shoot! Hope I don't die here.
So, Regarding Taka's death.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about the truth bullet oh, I need to steal her point and make that my truth bullet. Oh, I forgot.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you
I
say
think that's what I need to do.
The numbering of the jump.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order
Oh,
as their
I'm glad I
numbers.
looked at the instructions.
Anything? That's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay, then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. His wristwatch. His watch. How many letters are there? Wristwatch. Yeah. That's a W. I need an I. Ooh. I need a T. I need another W. I need a T. I need a T. These are weird mini games.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Makoto, sometimes you sound so mature and sometimes you don't.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
It worked fine. Yeah. Ugh. It's almost 10 o'clock. Ugh.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Simple facts slip past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
And Hiro couldn't have done anything.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And he does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Tina and I were in the bathroom together while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body, because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
Could not have been gone for more than a minute, yeah.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Oh! Da, da,
It
da.
moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Yeah? Let's listen to what everyone else has to say first, though. Celeste's account, maybe. The rest of those aren't relevant.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
But we heard
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Oh, I only have
Surely
nothing.
you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
There we go. I'm gonna get some hearts back, I think. Maybe. I hope I do. I really need hearts back. I don't know how to get them back.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement
And there was a second one.
It's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
And even if Hifumi was dead, if someone else had killed him in the group of 3 when they found him, would that count? Because they've already seen it. So then you would need 4 people to make it the announcement.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement, the first time I played was when we found each body in the nurse's office. The second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it!
There we go, I got
The
a point.
second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Yeah. Ding dong, ding dong.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
His glasses?
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This
I
whole
love
thing is
Kyoko.
pointless.
Kyoko. Has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. Yes. His glasses. His glasses. I really think it's his glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
But let's see.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his
I need to
body
pee.
disappeared.
Oops, sorry.
Next time we saw his body,
Body disappeared.
in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Take that! First try! Other than shooting Aoi by accident, Asahina.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi and the nurse's
Heck
office
yeah.
and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
He needed to see.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Hi, Boston! Welcome! How was your day?
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
I'm vibing to this music. The evidence was his... This.
I got it!
I got it!
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
Hi, Icy! My day's been good. How about yours? It's been good! We got a crap ton of snow, so I've been inside all day. How are you, Icy?
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Pickles from Demon Angel Pretty Ugly Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see
Like
your
this!
point. The only people
Why'd you say
here
it like
who
that?
wear glasses are-
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
OMG! Thank you for the gift sub, Boston! OMG! Hype train? We have a hype train? This is our first hype train, guys. Fighting the urge to not build an igloo and live in it. For which reason? What is your level of... Because you want to avoid people or because you like ice? I mean, you like snow. The cold. I'm trying not to say ice. That's a oof word right now. 12 months tier 1 sub. OMG! Thank you so much, Boston. 12 months. What? Escape people, that's so fair. OMG. Boston's gifted our first gift sub. What a winner.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood on
OMG.
himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
It must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Why are you all saying it like that?
If he was just pretending to be dead,
You don't have to insult him, he's dead.
what was with all that blood? Was it pain or something?
There was a fridge that had blood packs in it.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Yeah.
He probably used one of those.
Although, how good is that blood? Because well, now I'm a nerd because I looked all this up. Blood only lasts for like 3 weeks or something like that, right? So, how fresh is that blood? Where'd they get it?
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
Level 4 hype train, yeah! OMG! Icy, thank you for the bits! Our first bits? Our first gift sub? We're going crazy in chat. Thank you guys so much! I love the evil, like, Grinch cat. OMG. What a day. What a time to be alive. Thank you guys!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi, yeah. This was Taka himself.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room.
I wasn't even paying attention, I just...
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for him, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Yeah.
It could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Heck yeah.
That means he took part in the murders.
Heck yeah.
I just can't believe it.
He was
If you're
jealous.
having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
He was jealous about the alter ego.
Absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement.
I
is yet
love
to
the
be
cat
revealed.
emote. I hope you guys get the cat. I have no affiliation. I just like the band. So fair. This is a no affiliation to Ice channel. This is a no affiliation to Ice chat.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
The
he
item.
took off of
Oh, the
Taka's
note.
lifeless body?
Yeah, the note. It's the note. The note Hifumi had.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Oh no, I have to scroll my chat. I can't see it. Thank you guys for the level 4 hype train. Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. Thank you so much. I got a hype chest. Why did I get one? What about affiliation with the frozen liquid? That's good. That's okay. You just have to say it in a way that's like, I like ice cubes or sleet. I also like winter. I do like winter. I love that we have snow right now because it's just so pretty outside. I love how we're in a class trial and I'm like, I love the way snow looks, by the way.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
His pants.
Hey, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now.
I still haven't gotten
Let's
any
meet in
snow
the
this
rec room
winter.
At 1 a.m.
Dang, you guys need to get good, I guess. We got crazy snowed. It snowed all day. I think it has snowed, like, I've seen snow higher than this, I think, but I haven't seen, like, it snow for that amount of time. And earlier when I was getting my tea, it started snowing again. You guys can keep it. I love snow, though.
See, then this note isn't the same one Hero got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hero. And
Yeah.
that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants!
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Yeah, at 6 a.m.
Here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
It just snowed here. Yeah! Snow buddies. Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. What do you mean? She's not that scary. She's just asking what your point is, which is fair. I think the broken wristwatch will be good here. I think maybe that's the one I want. Maybe.
The person it was intended for
Let's see, though.
must have been Huffy!
Huffy.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter!
It does.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, it's wrong.
Heck yeah.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
It thought about it here once. There were snowflakes in the air and then it was sunny.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Heck yeah, it
Already
is.
proven that using his wristwatch.
His wristwatch.
There's more. Look where the note says to meet.
For
The
pause.
equipment room,
Oh,
right?
the equipment room.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
Yeah.
Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
Yeah.
I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Yeah.
Well, we could let that. No further objections!
At least she's easy to please.
Someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Tell the people they found a way out.
I took my dog outside in it and all he did was eat the snow. That's so fair. He's getting hydration. My friend said she opened the door to let her dog go outside and play in it and he was like, no.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Removing evidence.
Taking out his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I don't really have... Oh, yeah, I do have. I do have proof.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
I plopped my small doggo in it and she turned around and walked back in like a human. Minimal contact.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Wait, did we bring the note with us? Which I guess makes sense, but why didn't we make that connection before? I guess it needs to be dramatic.
And Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
Okay, I really need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go while this ad's running. I'll save over chapter 4. We'll play it. We're gonna play it again, so I'll be right back. Let me switch all these things. Let me get my BRB. Where's my BRB? It's up here, actually. So I will be right back. You get to sit with the cool music. OMG, I'm back. It's snowing even more outside. It's so exciting. My car has not had that much snow on it, like, ever. Hi, Isaac! Welcome! Welcome to the game! Welcome to the murder classroom! Oh! Another clock in! Thank you! You'll get paid for your... You'll get compensated. You're not gonna get paid. Just compensated. I was working for free! You were all working for free. Is the stream running okay? It says my encoder is struggling, but I have no dropped frames. So I assume it's fine, but if I'm a liar, then tell me that I'm a liar. Compensated with snow, yeah! I would totally take a video if it wouldn't, like, dox me. Seems fine on my side. Thank you! I wanted to make sure. But if it starts going weird, just let me know.
Did I get all that right?
Probably, I forget.
Hifumi knew the note was important.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Do it, dox yourself, it's fine. No!
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
No.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Pretend to be a bounty hunter. It's fine. Oop.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Yeah, the
He was
blackened.
killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
But me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
What?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's
Oh,
office
that's a
and
great
equipment,
point.
Right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
That's the washed hammer.
Cobra would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
They don't need the specific hammer,
Also,
y'all.
I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So
But-
then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
These people are sometimes so dumb. The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi, the whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear, so I'm gonna have to find the truth. It's the washed hammer! Why do y'all not think of, like... It doesn't have to be a justice hammer to be used to kill someone.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
It doesn't have to be a justice hammer!
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
They didn't move at all.
Weakness and carrying it. Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Hammer time for more info!
One thing seems pretty clear.
That's funny.
The murder weapon had to be one of the
No, it's wrong.
Doesn't have to be a justice hammer, y'all. Calm down.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No.
It was completely
something
different,
completely
but
different.
yet the same.
Seriously? A different weapon?
It's the same.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. No. All the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Oh my gosh. Makoto's freaking out. Justice! Completely different, but justice. Completely different, but justice all the same.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered
Commit
in Hifumi's
murder.
blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
I'm questioning the hair choices and the tongue. Why the tongue? For which one? For Makoto?
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Or Genocide Jack?
Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that was the true killer. The one with whom he was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
All the hair and the girl with the tongue. Yeah, I don't know why they did the tongue thing either. That's not part of her MO. I think that's just something they did to make her creepy.
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out the murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
But someone can be convinced. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but that doesn't... Like, someone can be convinced, especially emotionally. I think it's gonna be a reuse. I don't think it's gonna be one of those.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together like this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane, or is there some chance?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
My cat agrees. She meowed in the mic. She's like, listen!
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Why do you not understand that,
The
Makoto?
payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Boomy. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Boomy would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
So that answers my question of there's a reward for having an accomplice for two murders if you each commit one murder.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful! How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its punishment. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. I know. Ugh, I love her. Although, when you think about it, she was almost too amazing. Impossible. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this. I mean, everyone's freakishly good at something here, Makoto, except for you.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but Then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
And if Kyoko was the true killer, she wouldn't help us so much.
Problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. What do you mean? What? What? Whoa. What do you mean? So I know the answer? I know the answer? I don't... Are they asking me to pick the answer right now? Because... I don't think we have actually made any connections to anything as a class yet. We've not really made any connections to another person. I know who it is, though. So I'm gonna pick who it is. But I'm really confused how, in a normal situation, you're gonna make the leap to this person. I don't feel like the logic was set up totally well. Yeah, so I don't know how you're supposed to know that it's this person. I guess you can sit for 50 seconds. But, yeah, I know who it is.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Like, Byakuya's right. We just haven't pointed it out yet, so I don't know how you'd think of that without, because you've had no previous prompting to that.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering? Yeah, that's true.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking
Don't-
now.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to him!
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the
Oh my
costumed
God.
individual.
I love Byakuya, but also he's such
If
an
we
asshole.
accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, yeah.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
What's wrong? That was a rather intense scream. I saw him, the strange man. He ran off as soon as I screamed.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. Yeah.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office.
Well,
Yeah.
if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Yeah.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Yeah.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You
Ah.
wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Ah.
I don't believe it.
Mmm.
Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Yep.
You were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance.
She wasn't worried
to
about
sneak
you.
out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Oh yeah.
Do you agree, Celeste?
Oh
I
yeah.
have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What'd you say? They must really be enjoying this, enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too.
She didn't know Taka was dead yet, did she?
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
She already knew.
What it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? He didn't know. She wasn't supposed to know that Taka was dead. I think it's gonna be a reuse.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oops. Oopsies. Sorry. Sorry, Byakuya. I'm so sorry, King. I see. I need to steal his strange.
They must really enjoying the sight of us. We are all going to die. And that is
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I see. I'm so sorry.
all I said was, we must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just
There we go. There we go.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right?
Oh,
So
he's
she
pointing
could've been
now.
there too.
He's up in arms.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you completely forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
But the suit is so rigid.
How can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Uh-huh.
There is no other explanation.
Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, could be acting. The only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away, but is that really possible? Celeste is getting up in arms now! Costume, handbook, message, blueprints, hammer. Okay, let's see what she says.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
We reached the end game.
Then you just dragged me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like a bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Okay, let's see here. The blueprints. Definitely contradiction. It might be the blueprints. Or, let me look at this. So there's the blueprints and there's the actual costume. Found in Yasuhira's room. Let me try the costume.
You tried to make me look like a bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
That's the only option. They can't bend over. Suit's too rigid.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that robo-justice suit had a certain characteristic.
That we've already touched on, losers. Totally can't bend at the waist.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh! That's a new sprite.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they specially designed and stuffed Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe
He's pointing
whoever
again.
The suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Oh dear, we're spiraling.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one.
Ooh.
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Fumi, who was it? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Her accent.
And I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right. But my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said people's last names.
I got it. That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Nayagi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name. Hagakure.
So it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Oh, cause he said he remembered. He said he remembered something about us. So maybe he remembered something about Celeste.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name you said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
We only know her first name.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusations so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Like what, babes? E-handbook, E-handbook, E-handbook! I understand! I understand! E-handbook!
He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God
Oh!
damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict,
No, it's wrong.
Dehydrate! Okay, I have some wine. I'll take a sippy.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yes, he did. It was relevant in Chapter 2. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that. Hydrate. I'm out of hydration.
Check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
I don't have any water anymore. I drank all my tea.
Find out Celeste's real name.
Guess I'll just have to dehydrate twice.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
All your
Bring
crimes.
everything to an end.
All your crimes, babes. Closing argument. Okay, so this is the first page. Let's see what we have. So they met in the break room. I think that goes there. Oh, I see. 1 a.m. Oh, we have some from the previous ones here, too. And then that's his watch. Wait, hang on, okay. Yeah. That, I guess? I'm glad I have so many minutes for this, because these ones are kind of hard sometimes. That looks like someone. So there's Chippies. Okay, he must be shaking their hand. And that must be that, maybe? They got him in the costume, they took the picture, and then he killed him with Justice Hammer 3, I believe. Right? I don't remember. I think it's 3. And then the library, he'd been attacked by Justice Hammer 2. Or was Justice Hammer 2... Justice Hammer 4, because he was supposed to be dead. Did I get it?
What happened?
Okay, I hope so.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
I don't know why I thought that was a chicken.
killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hero. The murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, he positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Ooh, that picture. Oh, he was killed with 4? Oopsies.
And that's where Hifumi killed him.
Okay, I forgot that it was, although I guess I should have just looked at the next one and it would have told me, or the last page. Where did I use 4? Take this one back. That one was 4. I think that one was 2, and then this one was 3. Okay, try it again.
You!
Try it again, Makoto.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they took. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. We took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3.
Byakuya looks so cute when he's drawn out anime in these things, in manga.
In which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back. And when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was one of He left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi, and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Oh? Dramatic? Oh my gosh, we're fusing! I'm becoming Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
I know she murdered someone and convinced someone else to murder someone, but going, sorry, you lose, when she's about to get killed? What the fuck?
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Lunenburg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. I was expecting to have to do that tempo battle with her again. Wow. Wow.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Interesting. I didn't expect her to give in so easy. Especially when she was fighting so hard in the trial. Wow. So, if you don't know, there's gonna be a murder scene. Just so no one's surprised. Oh, sorry. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Lunenburg! Or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. I mean... Why is Kyoko hiding alter ego when Makoto earlier in the trial literally went, "It's when alter ego disappeared!" Kyoko, it's already out. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for
Please
me,
forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for
He came
me,
to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He...
What?
He took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone, so I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. I mean, it literally is a crime. I mean, I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him.
Unforgivable!
I'm going to fucking kill him.
most
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape, you don't mean. Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard.
The unforgivable!
Honestly,
Can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her.
actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. With that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
Ah, so you disgust... Burr, you disgust me. Ah, so you disgust me? I'm a trust fund baby. You can trust me. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume of Fumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd made something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make me the sus- Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay?
That's
with
simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course! That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course! There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. How can human life mean so little to you? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. Now you sound like Byakuya.
I won.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. Obviously that was a lie!
Hey!
I couldn't take it! I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was the dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? Oh! And together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world for decadence.
It's fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream. My only goal! That's what life is all about! What a strange life goal. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is
That's
this?
what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes.
That's right.
indeed.
I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. You'd just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie, and that weak fake smile is what betrayed her. You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace and must pay the price.
I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Get everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone.
Fun fact, I was almost named Marie Antoinette. For real? For reals? For real? For real?
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
As Marie Antoinette. Yeah, this is a murder sequence, in case you're not aware, on stream. The burning of the Versailles Witch. Yipes. I think that would be one of my least favorite ways to die. I'm glad it didn't look too far up her skirt because she is dying. That would be really disrespectful. Is she actually praying here? Oh! That is arguably a better way to go than being burned alive. Wow. I forgot she got hit by a truck. For real, my mom loved the name. My goodness. It's over. The third execution's over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but... I mean, you can! I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too, and for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young! You need to place more value on your lives!
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh man, oh geez. Oh man, oh geez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Then we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. My dad said, no, I'm not naming my daughter after a lady who got her head cut off, and honestly, thank you, Dad. Yeah, that's so fair. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya. Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto! Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah. I mean, she is cute.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked! I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and... I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. Doing my best, so please just wait a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that, it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me. Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, What I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. Did she whisper in my ear and tell me I'm cute? When it did, I went into action. Where am I going? The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back... She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Why are you saying that out loud? That's not a good idea. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? Yeah? She said it was way in the back. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, suddenly as if I were being yanked in. Gashunk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Oh! I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room, but what's in here? Tissues! There's a bunch of files in what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Pope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it? Slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh! Oh! A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over, and with that I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Oh no. It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. An empty bookshelf. Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. I just fucked it up for Kyoko. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the 1st floor of the school. Time unknown. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry, can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It's faint but undeniable. That sound is coming from the gym. I don't know what that sound is. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? What is that sound? It's not unmistakable. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Punching? Oh! That was fan service right there. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question.
question. What's the meaning of this?
How dare you defy me?
This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is Sakura? Sakura? Ooh, that's not a lot of people. Super Robo Justice, thanks. That's great. I want that. Yeah, remind me of all the great times I've been going through. So it looks like the next trial takes about an hour, which this one took about an hour, right? Oh no, not Sayaka again, I don't care. I don't care about her. Okay. I hated Sayaka. She is literally my least favorite character. I don't care. I do not care. I don't like her at all. I don't like her at all. Also, you can't get mad about Leon killing Sayaka when Sayaka was trying to kill Leon. Spoiler. Anyway. So I guess that's it for tonight. Yeah, I said I was going to go through to the end of this, and I did. So, let me see. Can I leave? Yeah. Yes, I saved. So thank you guys for joining tonight. Thank you guys for all the bits and all the gift subs. You guys are fantastic, as literally always. Literally always. We could raid Ailu if you guys want to go watch Valorant, but I might not raid because then I always feel obligated to stay, which I know is not how it works, but I don't want to stay. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm a meemaw. So, I'll probably just leave it here. I'll give you guys the link in case you want to go watch Ailu. But we're not gonna officially raid. It'll be an unofficial raid. So, if you guys want to, you can go watch Ailu. And I will be back on Friday. I'm changing up. I'm not gonna do all Saturdays into February, but I will do some Saturdays. Wait. Will I? Wait. Yes, I'm correct. Okay, yes. So, I will be playing... I'll be doing Flavor Rave. It's a Friday Night Funkin' mod. It's about 2 hours. So I'm gonna do that next time, and then we will come back for Chapter 4 after that stream. So, I'm gonna go to bed. But... again, thank you guys so much for the gift subs and the bits. I appreciate you guys so much. Seriously. I appreciate you all so much. I don't have anything else to say, I guess. I've run out of things. So go hang out with Ailu if you want, or go to bed like me, be a Meemaw, do whatever you feel you want to do. And I will be back in about a week. I'm probably gonna get more tea and then go to bed. So have a good evening, have a good night, whatever you decide to do. And yeah, thank you. Big thank yous. Big thank yous all around. Look at all them emotes. Wow, none of my things are on screen. Where's my goal? Where's my goal? Look at how small it is! Okay, make it a bit bigger? OBS is not keeping things like the same ratio that they should be. It's funny. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Well, now I have to send my emotes. There. Tiny goal, more achievable. You're so right. That's so fair. That's a good point. I should have kept it small. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye! Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye! Good night! Goob night! Goober night!